Frame 106 coming hot at you. We got our awesome returning guest, Kota, with us today. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all of that jazz. You know the drill. You want to get on Gutterball. Best way to reach us is Instagram DM. You know what Kota did? He got off his ass and messaged me and got on Gutterball. You didn't. Don't understand, man. I can't make an excuses for our listeners and watchers anymore. And I won't. I can't defend them anymore. But yeah, we got a great list of topics. It's going to be a great show. We're going to do How We Are, Song of the Week, and then we'll just take it from there. Boys, what's up? Kota, it's been a while since we last saw you. What's up? How you doing? How you feeling?
Dude, I've been doing really good lately. Just getting back on the brand after I had a lot of family stuff happen and life happens, but I'm back on it. I've only really been back on it for 2 weeks, already getting a lot of traction, and I have a lot more, knowledge of what to do, what not to do, and I'm hopefully just keep pushing.
For sure. Yeah, I see you pimping it always, and I saw that some stuff is selling out, and like seems like people are buying it up, so that's good. Also, again, he's the owner, founder, maker of Dreamcatcher Cartel. Like, go check this stuff out. All his links are going to be in the description below. Go take a peek, man, because there's some cool
And
stuff.
now I run Interweb Designs LLC, so anybody who is interested in starting a clothing brand, if people ask me, I give them all the information I got, where I get my suppliers, where I find designers, anything like that, because why not? Why do I have to keep it myself?
Yeah. We may need to talk regarding just where to go in distribution because we I have actually a lot of designs and InDesign and Photoshop for Gutterball merch, but like we're just not big enough yet for me to like justify paying for like a website or doing anything like that, like a
Yeah,
Shopify. So like we're at like this weird in between phase where it's like I have all the stuff and like it's just a matter of like finding a website, finding a manufacturer, distribution, whatever. But yeah, maybe we'll talk sometime. We'll for
hell
sure link
yeah.
up on that. Yeah.
This what we're on right now, Discord is one of the greatest place to find people, dude. There's 15-year-olds that do, insane design work. They have a website up for you in 2 hours and run it for you. Like this Discord's the plug where it's at.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Just one of many. I'm sure other for like Reddit's got to be pretty helpful too. Honestly,
Oh
if
yeah,
you just know where to look, even just starting
Yeah.
off.
yeah. Paul, how are
And
you
like
doing?
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead, Coda.
sorry.
uh with a lot of this stuff, what a lot of people end up doing is getting creative collectives going. What I've noticed, it'd be like, yep, we got this. Let's put everybody on in our whole state, whole country, whatever it is.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Jack? Or Ruby? Sorry, my bad.
Oh, I was just seeing how you were doing. Just going
Oh,
around. Go
oh,
back to Kota.
sorry, off to a terrible start. I see. It's awkward today.
Yeah,
Doing
this
good.
feels terrible.
Average week working. Honestly, not much. This week has been just kind of like a blur so far. I've just been working out a lot and working and just trying to stay busy. And mowing my lawn. That's about it. How you doing, Coda?
Dude, just been working at fucking Domino's again and like delivering pizzas, like had to have a chill ass job and I've been putting at least like 18 to 20 hours in the Dreamcatcher Cartel every day. I take power naps now, which is
Nice.
it's really bad for my mental health and everything like that, but I'm grinding. And after a while, once you get a flow set up with things, you can kick back a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. You're just through that grind period, and you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, man, I used to deliver pizzas. I used to deliver pizzas for. Let's see, I did it for I think Papa John's and Pizza Man. I delivered for those two places at one
You
point.
should deliver other things, sandwiches too, right?
I did
Delivered all.
Herbert's and Gerbert's. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very dark period in my life, actually, when I worked at Herbert's and Gerbert's because I graduated in 2020 at the peak of COVID when like no one was on the roads. I had two jobs lined up out of college. They both fell through due to COVID. Everybody froze hiring because everybody was freaking out. Remember that? And then both my jobs fell through. I got out of school. I lost my job at the college because I was graduated now. I couldn't you could only work there as a student, like the position I had. And then I was like, fuck, what do I do? I guess I just go back to delivering things again. And I had to deliver at Herbert's and Gerbert's for like 6 months until things kind of like ramped back up and I could find a job. But that sucked so bad, dude. I didn't get a college graduation and like it just like I lost like every opportunity I had set up for getting out of school. It's pretty brutal.
The
Did
dark
suck.
Yeah,
period.
dog.
Yeah.
I
I
know,
was
like, I
drinking
be
so
seeing
much.
like every other college student.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed like a lot of my friends coming out of college right now, some of them are doing like really, really good and the others are over at McDonald's, with a college degree. It's just like I've always said to people, it's not about what you do and how you do it, it's about who you know that's really gonna push you
It
farther.
it it
Definitely
is
is.
it is a big part of it. Also, too, though, there are just some degrees people should stop going to school for. I'm not saying your friends did any of that, but like there are people I know, dude, that like keep going to get 4 years in chemical engineering, and there's like no jobs in that field anymore when it was booming at this time, like 20 years ago. So it's like there's just
Yeah.
you have to look at the trends, man. Obviously, trades, there's always going to be jobs. But also,
Yeah.
too, man, I know a lot of people that have applicable degrees and work, the job they were working throughout college and just stay there. And it's like some people I've worked with sometimes just don't want to grow too. It's hard to tell though, but it's like they have a good degree, they can easily get a job somewhere with it, you would think. And then it's like they just choose to stay. Like, for example, when I worked at Ace Hardware, there was this lady that worked there, and she had like a 4 year degree. She's been working at Ace Hardware for 5 years since she's been out of college, just as a cashier. And I'm just like, what? Why? Like, she's not married,
The sugar
doesn't have
daddy.
kids or anything.
Yeah, that's what you gotta get. You got yourself a sugar mama, sugar daddy. Yeah. No, I mean I work retail. I know at least I can name like 5 different people who have a 4 year teaching degree that have nothing to do that have
Yeah.
nothing to do with teaching, and they're just working retail. Most of these, it's like it really makes you realize if you talk to people, especially because Paul, you don't experience this much anymore, but with like lower end, little above minimum wage jobs, all these people have degrees. They're just not wanting to do it, and that's what scares me. It's like I don't want to get a degree, and I'm still working retail. Not like that's a slight on them at all, but it's like, man, you really got to pick. You got to be really careful what degree you get because yeah, again,
I
chemical
would
engineering. I know 2 people who have a chemical engineering degree. What are they doing with it? I don't. Not chemical engineering. I'll tell you that right now. So
when I was in PSEO, I wanted to get a degree in teaching and go work for like Indian education. And so I've wanted to be a teacher since third grade. I at first wanted to teach history, and then I got into Indian ed. I'm like, this is way, way cooler. But then like COVID happened while I was in college, and then I just dropped out. I still have not been back. But I started getting contracted to work for Indian education up in my school district, 318. And then I kind of realized I'm like, well, they just hired me to do work for them fresh out of high school. I dropped out of college. If I keep up with this, I can just get contracted and still do the work I love to do without even going back. I think
Yeah.
when I do go back to college, I wanted to get a degree in like marketing, sales, something to do with business. And
mhm,
because a lot of the teachers that I talk to, they're only making 19 $19 an hour, and anybody who's made that know it's like, yeah, it's okay, but you're not going to be rich. Like
mhm.
no one making less than like like you go work the trades and stuff like that. A lot of those dudes have like 5 kids in a big ass truck you know
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. I think if you go back for business or marketing, they're gonna be like, "Well, I have a business and I do marketing." So it's like I kinda
Yeah.
know a little bit. I'm like literally applicating it every day. So I think you should do
yeah
that, and it looks good too, I guess, as well.
on I
You may
think
learn some tricks.
because I learned a lot about, I told you guys about my uncle who, taught me like, go sell gumballs in school and everything. And
Yeah.
as that grew and, I was in the juvenile system and I met a lot of drug dealers. And I found that pretty much the basic principles that those guys follow. And then like the dude who owns a smoke shop, I go in every day. I don't go to other smoke shops unless I'm in a dire emergency. Same way that dude treats me is the same reason I go back to him. Same way, people always buying weed off of, just being really cool to me, being nice, having small talk, and just be like, "Oh, do you want to discount your first time? Oh, something went wrong. Here's how we fix it, and then here's a little something extra." As far as going to college, I would just want to learn all those like little tax loopholes, you know?
Big thing.
So like uh around like my space of like career work, like I've worked with a lot of marketers, and what I will say is this is the parts that are always missing for people is like all that deep analytics stuff you can do in like Google and like the search engine. That's what I'd probably focus on for you, because it seems like you have everything else down. Is like focus on like the technical aspect of getting your like search results and stuff. Or like if you do you have a website? I can't remember.
It's coming. So
Okay.
our old friend, we used to call him Nermy. Now he likes going by Tao or Isaac. It's so weird because every time I call him like, "What's up, Nermy?" And I'm like, I told him it's gonna take me a long time to get used to calling him Isaac. But
That's what I go by. Yeah.
he owns Havoc.us. You can look him up on Instagram. Nermy Isaac is one of the most creative people I ever have been friends with. See, there you go again. Isaac used to pull up in high school with like an outfit sewn head to toe that he made.
That's cool.
Like he was
Mhm.
crazy, but he's my new creative director for Dreamcatcher Cartel, and we've been, shooting back info, trying to find a time to sit down and actually get this website up. So it's coming within 2 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
Yeah,
I,
yeah. And when
Artwork.
you have that, let us know. We'll update it in the
Isaac,
description too whenever.
yeah.
oh yeah,
Isaac
Yeah.
did all the Gutterball designs.
Oh,
Was
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did. He totally did. I didn't know his name was Isaac, or I forgot. Shout out Isaac. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Jackson sourced that shit. I did. I sourced the original stuff.
Yeah.
And
No, I
then,
like
yeah.
his stuff. I like his works.
Yeah.
I still have some of his like old T-shirts from his like first drops, like ever. I think I'm keeping these. And once he blows
I've
up,
been
some later on.
I've been wanting to buy it so bad. His dog design, that is my favorite design, and that's like,
Yeah, dude, I got like the first print of that, and I'm like, I still wear it every once in a while. I'm like, it's a good shirt. I like this.
hell yeah,
It's got like a Cerberus on it, or no, it's got like a three-eyed dog or something with like three mouths. Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Before we move on, maybe something to consider though is I also know a ton of people with just generic business degrees, whether it's a 2-year or 4-year, and they've had a really hard time finding a job because it's just like a generic business management degree. It's not something specific like financing, accountant, marketing, SEO, whatever it may be. So maybe when you're getting into the marketing side of things, whatever degree you potentially decide to go back for, if you decide to do that, focus on a specific thing. Because if you do a generalized degree, man, right now I'm seeing that's like not helping a lot of people because
yeah,
it's not focused in one area. And typically most jobs, don't get me wrong, some jobs are focused in a lot of areas. You do a lot of different things, but most of them are very focused. But I know you're probably going to use it towards your own brand, but I just feel like marketing directly is probably going to help Dreamcatcher Cartel, in my opinion. But who knows? You
yeah,
know what
for
you need.
sure.
So
Mhm.
Yeah,
What's a good
like I've
point?
been doing this 4 years word of mouth and
yeah.
never really had trouble. So as soon as that website hits, it's over.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it'll be sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't wait for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No, that's sick. No, that's a good point though with that, Paul. With like just because you got a degree doesn't mean you're any good at it, bro. Like, it's like kind of with you even, Paul. Like you're good at IT, which is why I think you're in a higher position of money and power than normal people your age because you're generally like and you're at the top, higher up in your classes. I think that matters in some degrees a lot, especially with yours when it's like cybersecurity and that is oversaturated, right? And it's like it's better if you're good, obviously anywhere to stand
Yeah.
out. So,
Yeah. Well, I will say this, my degree's in security, but I hate doing it. I'm good at it, but I do I prefer the system side of thing or management, and that's kind of what I'm been swaying towards in my career path. But that just goes to show you though, even though I got a pretty niche degree, I still can go a different avenue with it. Or I'm able to,
right.
and that's kind of how I've paved my way. I didn't go the traditional trajectory of most people that study cybersecurity do. I mean, if I was going to continue to do security and I liked it, I would have went and gotten my 4-year. But I just got my 2-year and I was like, that was it. I'm done. Like, no more of that. Graduated. Hey, dude, I busted my ass. Like, I was the top person in my class. I graduated #1 in my class. And it's because, like, for 2 years, I had no fucking life. Like, I went to school full time and worked full time, but I grinded. And that's why, but then, like, when I got out of school, I'm like, I did what probably most kids do is just, oh shit, did I really want to like go for that? I don't, because you don't know if you like it until you're in the field. That's why it sucks.
Right.
It's almost like an internship. You know how like at the end of degrees, usually you need an internship, like you need to like log a certain amount of time actually in the field as a class to graduate. That should almost just be required in the first semester at the beginning. So then you can find out right away whether you're gonna like the sector or not. You know?
Yeah.
The fact that they're like, oh, you have to do your internship the last quarter of your 4th year or the last quarter of your 2nd year. I'm like, that's kind of bullshit because you don't really bookwork, homework, schoolwork is completely different than how most of those things are out in the field. Unless it's a very specific trade like welding, of course. You have to do welding in class. So it's like you're kind of like doing it on the job. So you'll learn whether you like welding real fucking fast or not. But IT shit, like, or other stuff that like being a doctor, like you can't you're not operating on people in the fucking classroom usually. You know what I'm saying? Or like depending on where you go with being a doctor or healthcare or whatever it may be, it's like almost like they should just throw you to the wolves right away. Because I feel like that's how most people learn anyways. That book shit can, go further down the road into the semester, I'd feel. My
Yeah.
opinion. That's how I'd be. There's plenty of fucking problems with the education system, though. We all know that. So that's just
We
one of
talked about that. That's a whole episode dedicated to that. Where we
them.
just
I'll come on here. I'll come on here and talk
yeah,
about a
we'll
lot
do
of stuff with
yeah.
education.
We should do it. Let's do an education system episode.
I'm gonna
Let's-
hijack the
I'm with
episode and
you.
only talk about how Michelle Obama ruined my goddamn school lunches. I'm just
No, 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 no. I know. Listen to this. I was locked up when that happened. I was in Northwest in Bemidji, right at these juvenile centers. There's homeless kids on drugs, kids with really fucked up lives, haven't ate in days. So they come in here and like we get some pretty like it was okay food. It was better than most high school food, but it was okay food. And then I'm walking up to get seconds. I'm like, and they're like, we can't even give that to you no more. I'm like, why? They're like Michelle Obama. And ever since then, I have not fucked with Michelle Obama,
yeah, I
dude.
know,
Because
dude.
I was hungry in there, and you're gonna tell me I can't get seconds? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And it's not like you're fucking fat. I'd be more concerned if the kid was a fucking sphere, It's like, okay, maybe hold off the seconds today, bud. But like,
Dude, Michelle Obama starved us. Straight up, dude. We were barely eating as is, and then after Michelle Obama hit, that still pisses me off to this day. I
yeah,
go
dude.
Yeah,
back and think I'm like, can't
there's
get
no
a
junk
second
food.
fucking cookie.
Like what we had was the Johnny bar, which was terrible. Those were awful. I'd rather spit in your
The
face.
Johnny bar.
They're called the Johnny bar, bro. So they'd serve that as like your dessert or something, man, and you'd be like, I don't want this. This is the worst thing ever. They took away the dessert. No vending machines. No nothing.
What
Um,
I didn't like was the food that replaced it. So after Michelle Obama came through, it was like all healthy alternatives of thing. Like they changed the pizza, they changed it. And then I shit you not, I got one of like, how the burgers or the chicken burger patty burgers would come in foil or like the cheeseburgers. I opened the
Yeah.
foil. I'm not even fucking with you, dude. There was like a black stamped barcode on the outside of the bun. I'm like, this is fucked. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm
oh,
like, what the
I've seen that.
fuck?
Really, that happened to you? That's
I
pretty funny.
swear to
That's
God,
like-
I opened that. I was like,
tasting
"What the
different?
fuck?" And they had like a barcode like on the bun. I'm like, "This is fuck. This isn't
Did it
food. Dude.
taste
This
any
is
different?
fuck." It tasted like I didn't fucking eat it. There was ink on it,
Why?
bro. What the
Why
fuck?
not?
Yeah, I just
You might
fucking
have tasted
poisoned
better.
myself. Probably,
Could've been edible.
yeah. Maybe it was. Maybe
Probably
maybe it
could've
tasted better than the regular ones. Anyways, we kind of shot past song of the week. Should we just rewind a little bit, do that quick, and then continue on the show here?
Yeah. Pop that off. Pop that off.
You want me to start?
Coda, yeah, and then I'll go. Coda, if you have like a song of the week, anything that's been like vibing.
I got it
with
pulled
you-
up.
Okay, perfect. All right, Paul.
Yeah.
Hit it with yours.
Okay, I will say this: don't play it on the cast though, because we'll
Yeah.
get copyright strike. So you can just
Yeah.
just tell us the name of the song, why you like it, whatever. But so my song of the week, it's actually more of like a mixtape of the week. So I found this band called Restrictor Plate. It's a super heavy metal band, and it's like it's. I don't even like NASCAR, but it's NASCAR themed, and all the songs are super heavy. And there's a song called Earnhardt Stomp, and there's another song called Slam. Yeah, there's another one called Slam Tona. And the Slam Tona song, the first half of it is just audio footage of that one NASCAR driver, I think Tony Stewart, hitting that guy and killing him. Like you hear him getting hit and killed, and then it goes into like some massive heavy metal riffs after that. I'm like, okay. It's just like a 5-song EP called Slam Tona, and I think it's so fucking funny. It's just so heavy. It's just a joke. I don't even think it's really like super great or anything, but that's my song of the week is Earnhardt Stomp by Restrictor Plate. Go ahead, Rudy,
I want
what
to
do
see.
you got? Oh, what was that?
I want to see some rednecks going hard at like one of
Yeah,
their
no, that's
concerts or
what I'm saying.
something.
Yeah, dude, slam metal pits are fucking crazy. You get knocked out in the bitches.
Yeah,
I-
dude.
You will.
I'll
dude.
let you go.
Yeah, no, I got a couple things real quick. I want to just say Suicide Boys, we talked about their new album. It's like made like top charts trending for like underground albums and even modern hip hop, which is pretty good. Second thing, Black Dahlia Murder announced a tour that they're the second North American tour since Trevor Strand died. they're gonna be touring with 200 Stab Wounds. Dying Fetus is gonna be with them, so that's gonna be sick. Spite's gonna be there, and Angel Maker. So I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go to that because right after that, 2 days later, is Suicide Boys. So I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll just stay in Minneapolis for a couple days, hit Black Dahlia, and go to Suicide Boys a couple days later. If I can find one more in between that, I'm gonna see if I can find like one more concert. But that's not
There's
till
always something going on down there. You could find something to do.
yeah, no, I'm excited for that. I'm gonna buy tickets to that. Really excited to see Black Dahlia again. And the second thing, my song of the week though is from 200 Stab Wounds. One of their more recent releases from their new hold on, let me make sure I got this pulled. It's called Ride the Flatline with Jamie Morgan from Code Orange, the drummer. So you can
Oh
see
yeah.
exactly how his influence in on the song. It's really good. It's just pretty modern death metal, but like it's like the best we have in my opinion right now. And their new album drops tonight, so I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be sick. But no, it's almost it is like Dying Fetus esque, but like modern. And if you listen to the song, it's literally what I don't know, in my opinion, what death metal should sound like because it's very oversaturated. Like you said, I mean, even Paul said it before. You actually set it up really well, Paul, when you said that like Earnhardt band. Like I wouldn't listen to that. That's like sounds like every other slam metal band because they're all kind of the same, but it's still like fun. You can still groove
It's
to it.
fun because
But
there's like a theme. It's like a ridiculous
there's
theme,
theme.
like
Yeah, right.
NASCAR. Like why? And it's just super heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that is cool. I do like it themed. But yeah, versus with 200 Stab Wounds, they're coming in like hard, just straight, not super death, but it is death, but it's more deathcore too, with a little bit of slam, and they're just keeping it like straightforward. You can really see how good they are. I just think this band's gonna blow up really soon, so excited to see them in October. But yeah, that's my song of the week. Coda, what do you got? What have you been vibing with?
I got two. So, and I've been playing them on repeat for the past like 80 hours. Just these two songs, Freestyle by Big Moochie Grape and then Godfather by Big Scar. I listened to a lot of Wu-Tang Clan, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of old
Yeah.
90s hip hop. I like East Coast over West Coast. You like Biggie,
You
all
like
that
Paul
shit.
Wall? You fuck with
I
Paul
fuck
Wall?
Swisher House and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like chopped and
Screwed Up
screwed
Click.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And DJ Screw is like a really big like inspiration for me for just as far
Really
as like yeah, because like dude, he was selling CDs out his house and got raided by the feds because they thought he was slanging mad drugs, but no, he was coming up on his music, hustling. Like,
badass.
but so for those two
It
songs,
might have been
like I
something
said, I
else.
listen to a lot of old boom bap and 90s, but like when I'm out trying to make money and focus, I listen to straight trap music. And
Yeah.
I Big Moochie Grape and Big Scar. Whenever I wake up in the morning and play their songs, I just get motivated as fuck to go make money. And like, yeah, there's gang violence and everything in the songs, and everybody knows I don't support gang violence. I don't,
Hmm.
I don't support anything that's gonna, further keep our people in the system. But as far as like what those guys do for their community and those people around them, just making music, rapping about the way they grew up, nobody's saying that it's cool to go do any of that, but like it already happened. You can't change it. But they
They're
just be
just
going
at
hard.
that point just telling stories about things that did occur,
Exactly.
right? You know?
Exactly.
That's all
And
death
if
metal
people
is.
Yeah.
yeah, if people go out and like yeah, with death metal, there's a lot of like really heavy shit that gets sung about. But if you sang about, killing somebody and then your fan takes it upon themselves to be like, you go do it, like it's not the artist to blame, it's
Oh man.
completely the people that take that shit like 100% serious.
Yeah. You're
And like
totally right.
with with hip hop too, there's a lot of faking. Everybody knows there's a lot of faking in hip hop. So then, these kids get all sent off and go do some real ass shit off somebody that didn't even have it like that.
Exactly. What's weird to me is there's a lot of like very popular hip hop or rap artists that very clearly don't live the life of the songs they're singing about, but still have a massive following because it's about the art form. So it's like, even if it's real or fake, I feel like I don't really care. For instance, what was his name? Rich Brian, right?
Yeah,
Who, yeah,
yeah,
like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, that dude isn't actually hard. He doesn't do any of the stuff, most of the stuff he's singing about. But don't get me wrong, he also has songs that are actually like melodic and just tell a story, but he's got songs that are like bangers, like it's almost like there is gang
Pull up,
violence, right? Yeah, dude. Like so,
pull up with a stick was a hard song when
yeah,
that
dude.
shit
Yeah,
dropped.
dude. Yeah, and then they did the remix with Puya and the dude from Ghostface, right?
Yeah.
Is that who they did it with?
Uh,
It's called Dat Stick
yeah.
remix.
I don't know
Yeah.
if Puya was in that. Was Puya?
Puya was in that song with well, I don't even know if I can say his old name. It's Rich Brian now. I don't know if I can get away with saying the other name.
Yeah, probably shouldn't. Yeah.
Ghostface,
Uh,
Ghostface Killer, and Puya.
Yeah.
shit, I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
that
Oh.
remix is good. That's a good remix, dude.
That's funny you caught yourself on his old name too, because Shane Gillis just got canceled for
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I gotta shut my mouth, dude. That's why I was like, I'm glad he changed his name because I can actually say who it
I
is.
was-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shane
dude,
Gillis
Rich.
got caught, fucked up. That's funny. I had to watch
Did
that.
he?
Oh my god.
What did that happen recently?
Just mention that.
Well, he was on SNL hosting, and then he made an offensive
Oh
joke
yeah, yeah.
about an Asian American, and then they kicked him off. And like my thing is with comedy, why are so it's stand-up comedy. If you're gonna be butthurt, don't fucking watch it.
I feel like the
Don't
way
watch it.
I
Yeah.
I
Oh.
obviously take my word with a grain of salt, listeners, because I'm a straight white male. Because anything I say is usually offensive. But I feel like in comedy, no one's safe, and that's how it should
Yeah,
be. No one should be
yeah,
safe. It's
exactly.
comedy. It all depends on how you're using said things in context, and if it's not being used in a derogatory way or something, or it is just a joke or whatever. I mean, again, I'm not saying I've walked in anybody's shoes, so whatever I say is a grain of salt, but I just think no one should be safe, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
there's
That trying to explain that Chappelle trans bit, like why that's funny. I was trying to explain it to like some trans people, and they didn't think it was funny. Where he's like, "What if you don't think it'd be funny? You don't think it was funny if I was a black man, but I thought I was in a Chinese body or something?" And he's like, "Oh, but that's how I feel inside." And he does the whole like,
That's so
you guys
terrible,
do
but it's
that.
so funny.
That's no, that's the funniest shit I've ever seen. He's like, "Is being trans not the funniest shit ever? I mean, being in the wrong body, that's some funny shit." And it is. It's funny. It's like good. And people think that was what he got in trouble. The big thing with the trans protests and stuff. And I think for one that's the funniest anyone has ever portrayed a trans person. Like it would be funny if he was a Chinese man in a black body. That would be hilarious. Like that's a great joke. See, you guys can't laugh. You think it's bad, but it's funny. That
No,
is, you know, it's
it's funny.
hilarious.
I
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
good
the
bit.
thing with Dave Chappelle, I've been really into stand-up comedy since I was a kid. It's how like me and my mom bonded was watching that. But with Dave Chappelle, he had a trans artist, a trans performer that he would let open up, and she sucked. And then, because after all that stuff happened, she's like, I still love you, and I still think of you as really big support. And he's like, okay, come on, like let's do some work. And he was trying to put her on in the comedy scene, and then she ended up committing suicide because there was a lot of people being like, why are you with Dave Chappelle? Like from her own community at that, and then
Mhm.
she killed herself. So
Ooh,
it's like
dark
comedy, like a lot
places.
of these people, it's funny because it's not easy to talk about, and it's just an easier way. As somebody who's experienced like a lot of racism growing up, jokes made about Native Americans, some pretty fucking funny. I appreciate good jokes even if they're towards my people or and there's a lot of comedians out right now though that are like, you can't say anything funny anymore. It's like, no, you can't show how you're a closeted racist and just having everybody be cool with it just because you're at a stand-up comedy show.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like comedy also is just never meant to be serious. It never
Yeah.
was. And then
Mhm.
people are trying to make it serious. It's like, well, then that defeats the purpose.
How
We're
do you
here to
have
have
fun?
laughs, How do you have fun?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as long as it's not, and yeah, it's not derogatory in my opinion, as long as you're on stage saying it, for the most part. But obviously, yeah, there is some bad influences. But yeah, just say whatever, do whatever you want. And it's glad that Shane Gillis is bringing the making fun of kids with Down syndrome back a little bit. Like he's making people okay with that.
Yeah.
Like that's he
Well,
always
with
makes fun of
Shane Gillis and with some
but he's
others
like
though,
he
no
always
one's safe. No one's safe.
he always but no, no, no. Every joke he has about a Down syndrome person is like, oh, they're really funny, but they're funny because they're so much better than us at this one particular thing. That's how his jokes end typically with Down. So this would be, I don't know, I can't think of an example right off the bat of my head, but he's making everything okay, and he's the hottest comedian right now. And I think he's like also going in with Sam Hyde and Nick Rochford doing stuff with them, like constantly going on Scuff Realtor and all that is good. Tim Dillon was on there, so we're gonna get them on Joe Rogan. Paul, it's happening. Sam Hyde, Joe Rogan.
Sam Hyde on Joe Rogan? I doubt it, dude.
That's your trigger word. We're demonetized. We shouldn't have said that, Paul. We fucked up.
What if we say Sam Hyde on Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan? Yeah, you're monetized.
Our channel gets taken down. Yeah, dude.
Joe gets a cut, and Sam Hyde is
Joe Rogan, come kick your door in, bust through.
Yeah, you know, the thing with Joe Rogan is like I'd love to have him on my podcast sometime. I know he'd never, ever do it. But if he were to just like come on my podcast, it's like, what do you even ask somebody that's already like what do you even ask him that hasn't already been said in his 3,000 fucking episodes with multiple people, you know? Like, I feel like that's why, like, MMA fighters or athletes you have to at some point get sick of sports interviews, bro. Like, football players and shit, like, you're asked the same questions year after year, like, all the time. That has to happen so often. That would just drive me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Same stuff. Keep it on repeat. Have a little script. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Jack, you guys want a story really quick? I got a funny story I thought of this week that happened to me at my old apartment.
What you got?
So at my first apartment on my own with my girlfriend, it was a small studio apartment. I'm talking, dude, like one room, and the room included the kitchen, and then the bathroom is just like a little corner room with a door and like one wall. And that's where we lived with our dog and our cat. And it was small, but it worked for us at the time. And in the small ass bathroom, the previous tenant had installed a bidet system. Okay, so like the one that squirts you out on the toilet. And I had never used one. And for months we were there, and I just never used it. I just, used the restroom as like a normal person. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just see if this thing works. And so without sitting on the toilet, I turned the pressure, just the dial, barely on, dude. And it shot like a fucking super soaker across the bathroom and like literally was like hitting the window and making a loud thud. I was like, oh God, and I had to like shut it off quick. I'm like, Jesus Christ, has this thing been calibrated? So I didn't really, know what to expect. So the next time I go to the restroom, I decide to use it. And I was trying to get, hopefully find the sweet spot because it was literally like all or nothing. And so like, I'm just barely moving the dial, dude. And it just fucking tears my taint and asshole so bad, dude. Like it hits me so hard at like light speed. I was like, ah! And like my girlfriend over, and I immediately turned it off. And dude, it was painful. Like, my ass was like vibrating for like 3 hours after that. It hurt so fucking bad, dude. Like it just destroyed my asshole.
Good. That's why you had that thing. Remember you talking about that in the past?
No, that's entirely different.
You hit it with 1,000 psi
yeah.
with water. It's gonna rip a hole right through you. You can't do that.
So it gets even better. One night I have all my buddies over to like watch a movie, or we were doing something, just hanging out, just like watching videos on YouTube on the TV. And my one buddy's like, oh, you got a bidet in there? I've never used one. And I'm like, don't use it, bro. Like, just don't even fuck with it. I haven't figured out how to calibrate it. It's dangerous, and it's cold, by the way. This isn't a nice one that has like warm water. It's cold water. And so all of a sudden, he's going to the bathroom and I hear, like, because he fucking, that was actually the previous host of the show. Brent Haller did that. Haller did that. And he's like, and he comes out of the bathroom. He's like, dude, I'm like, why did you use it? I told you not to. And my buddy Nick, every time he'd come over, he'd just go fuck with it. So it'd spray all over my fucking bathroom. I'm like, stop, bro. But like, it was just fun. It was a ridiculous bidet that was like just way overpowered. I don't even know how you calibrate those, but it was fucked up, dude.
I don't know, it's water pressure. You gotta get that checked out. I, for one, am all for bidets. I don't think they're gross at all.
I think they're cool when they work and don't fucking tear your asshole open at 1,000 psi, dude. Like, good God.
You're clean, right? Then you're like, oh wow, its blood signifies my cleanliness. That's how you know. Jesus horrible. Christ, that's terrible. Yeah, it does sound terrible. No, we can go into bathrooms, Paul, if you want to talk about bathrooms more, because I could talk about bathrooms all day.
Talking about
the state of the bathrooms in the United States are awful. They're abysmal. Every other country knocks it out of the ballpark. Not a lot of the lower ones below us. The southern ones don't. You got terrible bathrooms. Let me tell you, all right? Stalls are an issue. We need to fix it.
Stalls are an issue.
Yeah, I don't even want to go into it. I'll talk all day. Have you seen that YouTube channel? Or maybe it's also Facebook? Because I know you saw like Facebook niche pages, Paul. There's the one where he reviews the worst bathrooms in the United States. Some of them are really funny. One of them, you walk in, it's like a memorial veterans, like the center thing, and you walk in to the bathroom and you look to the right, and the urinals are right below you. So you see everyone's dick, and then there's like mirrors angled, so when you look up, it's just angled towards the urinals.
What the
Real, look this video up. Yeah,
That
and this
can't
guy
be serious, dude.
he reviews the word. No, it's real, dude. It's real. He reviews the worst bathrooms. I haven't told you this guy. He
No.
goes around. He just finds, and there are some bad bathrooms out. Let me tell you, there's some rotten apples out there. Oh, this guy's funny as shit. Yeah, so just everybody can see you're pissing as soon as you walk in. The stalls are like angled weird. Oh yeah, it's great.
Wasn't Japan the one with like what looks like to be the best public restrooms there's ever been? It's basically like you go in, the stalls, dude, don't have gaps. They go to the floor to ceiling. It's just walls, with the doors. So it's like there's no like you can't see if it's occupied other than like if the switches thing. And then also they always have one or two very large fans in there, like ventilation so loud going on all the time so you can't hear anything. It's like you can't hear like anything at all.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
when I get a house call, how have you not installed that? I want an industrial fan. It should be like the air pressure should pop my ears. It should be that loud. That's how loud the air should be. I mean, for real. Like that's how it should. I just don't bathroom noise, man. You got to get rid of it, or some white noise, some I don't know, some waterfall, like music or something. I don't know. What's your bathroom? What's your ideal bathroom song? Slam metal? Plus, you play that NASCAR
we should just make a
music?
slam metal band about bathrooms and bathroom cleanliness.
Ooh, I'm thinking of lyrics already. Yeah, let's do that. I'm down.
Have you guys ever been to a fancy enough place where there's actually a dude in the bathroom?
I was just about to say I've been waiting to see it. Not me.
I'm not rich enough. I'm not famous.
Once in my life, this was 2 years ago on New Year's Eve, middle of COVID. We decided to go out. Terrible experience because I was already vaccinated at that point, but that was the first time ever I got COVID. Of course, it was New Year's, so it was like a big party. But anyways, it was at this place that is now closed in the cities. Forget what it's called, but it was like a club, but they mainly served like seafood and stuff. Like it was a fine dining place, and they had a club built in. There was like you could get tickets to a New Year's Eve event where like their dance floor was open and you could order drinks and whatever else. It was expensive tickets to get in. It was like a fancy place. So I get my girlfriend and I tickets and we go. And I decided to go to the restroom after we were done. We were just sitting at the table with our friends and just talking. Go to the restroom, and there's just some dude sitting on like a little stool right in between both sinks. This wasn't a very clean bathroom, mind you, but it was a busy bathroom because the place was so busy. And there's just a dude sitting there, COVID mask on, and he's like, I'm not even shitting you, like wrapping up something like gift invitations while he's waiting, like doing something else on the side. And then whenever you went to go wash your hands, I was like, where the fuck's the soap dispenser? The dude's like, oh, and he's got the bottle. He would grab it and put the soap in your hand for you. Oh, you want more? He'd ask. And then there was a tip jar for him. And I'm like, who the fuck is? He didn't even look like he worked there. Like he was dressed nice, but I'm like, is this guy even fucking employed by the establishment? He's just sitting here fucking like filling out invitations to kill some time while anytime he'll just offer.
He starts trying to blow you. You're like, just a compliment. He's sucking your dick, sir. Just complimenting, sucking your dick. This is not part of the business. It's not part of the. You're not. You don't work.
That was the only
here.
time, and I was like weirded out. It wasn't like a fancy. Like it wasn't like a super fancy bathroom. But anytime you see it in TV shows, it's always like some fine dining place. The dude's in a suit next to the door, and he's got like hot towels and fucking like and like all types of shit. Would you like a breath?
Feel bad?
Yeah, fucking.
You feel bad? Oh man, I'm sorry, man. You walk out of the stall. Wouldn't you feel bad? I don't want the guy, dude. If I walked in, I'd
you want to know
like,
why
hey,
I felt bad? Is because he for sure got COVID that night. Because he fucking people in that fucking bathroom. I don't care if he had a mask at all.
No, standing in the bathroom with a mask on, what is that going to do for anybody? That sounds like the worst job ever. Do you think they make good money? They don't make good money.
Do you remember when that one girl in our school stuck her head in the fucking toilet and then drank the water and spit it out?
Yeah, that was wild, bro. You just brought back a memory of me seeing that on the school Snapchat story.
Yeah, yeah.
Sent to like social services or the psych ward. She was still in school, bro. That was fucked up. Well, I don't know what her name is. I can picture her. Jesus Christ.
That shit was wild. Christ. She was cool as fuck to hang out with. Like you see in the house, what's up, bro? You know. She was cool as fuck, but like that was a little weird, dog. Like the
A little far, a little far. She got an OnlyFans now? I'm just kidding. No, I just assume that's some like
whole fuck.
deep fetish shit. That's some weird. Yeah, don't be putting your head in that. Yeah, especially in high school, man. You're cooked, bro. No, don't
Jackson,
do
if
that.
you started getting into toilet only fans, I don't know. I don't know if we can do the cast anymore.
Roman already paid me, Paul, but not for that. No. And I would not do a toilet OnlyFans. That's fucked up. Why would I do that? Okay.
No, I'm
Any
just like
other
if you started
okay,
getting into
though.
it, not you would do it. You just started
Get into it.
investing in it. Yeah.
Why you put it on me? I'd be ashamed if you got it. You should be like, man, I really hope I don't get into that. Don't say I'm gonna get into that, you
Man,
psycho.
I really hope I don't get into that toilet only fans.
I really hope you don't get into any scat fetishes. That'd be disgusting, you freak. That's literally what you just did to me. That's exactly what you did to me.
Do you
freak.
guys think like in the future with all this AI and shit that OnlyFans and like all that stuff is just gonna be straight robots? If you really
Yeah.
think about it with how fast it's moving and like
It'll
there's
probably just be
You
like
wanna start
randomly generated fake people. Yeah.
a
yeah,
woman
that's
that shuts up when you want her to, boom, sold. That's $1,000 on the
Yeah,
deal.
God.
Like that's the best thing ever, right? Like who would? This is done, bro. Like
dude.
it's sold deal. Yeah, AI sex dolls are on the rise right there. Exactly. You can you have any shape
Dude,
you want.
it's crazy how like some of those people really be making money on OnlyFans, but you don't even need to go do all that, dude. I had an Xbox homie, and like me, like she's cool as fuck. Been one of my really close friends for years, and we've always just talked about some cool shit. Like she was like the home, you know. And we started playing Xbox with these dudes on Call of Duty, and like she's cold as fuck, dude. Like she can 1v1 some people, and like then people are like, hey, you guys want to come play with us? It's like sure. And then they get her Snapchat and be like, okay, I'll pay you $300 to keep playing with me.
Dude, like one of the first people that she got was paying her 3K a month. Bought her a brand new TV set. She didn't
Jealous.
do nothing but talk to him. So
Yep.
like there's
Real
I
dude. Sugar
plugged it.
daddies. Talking
Yep.
about it, bro. That's real. Oh, and I should say, any shape and size you want, then I went like this, but it has to be 5'8" or bigger, the sex doll. Because gotta be big, gotta be tall, gotta be bigger than because we don't want to go any lower than that, because that's danger zone. Maybe even 5'10", 6 foot tall. Giants. So there'd be no mistaking who we're fucking here. But anyway, yeah, no, I know people that they have like sugar daddies on the side, man. They're just pulling some money, man. I don't know, I don't get
Yeah.
it. But if you find a guy, Indian sheiks are the best. If you can find Indian sheik to pay you, like look at Finster. Finster got a $300 or $300,000 donation from Indian sheik, like a real one. You know, that's just where they got the money right there. The oil.
Jack, have we talked about M. Lazri on the cast?
Yeah, we talk about him every week, Paul. He keeps
No,
bringing
we
up
don't.
his flashlights. I know, we talked about him like a week ago.
I don't know why. His Instagram, at some point, Kota, go look up the Instagram, the letter M, and then Lazri, Lazri. And this dude, oh my fucking God, dude. Like, just go look at his content. It's fun. Like, he just has all these ridiculous fleshlights. Like, and they're like
No, is
themed ones. Yeah.
is that the dude that fucked all the pasta?
No.
Oh,
You
you
might
know
have
what I'm talking about though? Where
yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
I stuffed this flashlight with spaghetti, this one with rigatoni. We're gonna see what it does.
Yeah.
If he
No,
did
this
that,
dude,
it might have been him.
this dude does like he'll have photos and you scroll to the end and there's a video. You just find it. There'll be like a fucking Thomas the Train one and like a fucking like the cowboy's boot from Toy
There's a
Story.
snake in my boot.
Yeah,
What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's fucking awesome, bro.
Keep scrolling. Keep
Why are you
scrolling on
showing
that.
me? Stop scrolling. Don't look at this. Stop making him look at more on the podcast.
Dude,
We're in the
it's
middle of
not
the
the
show.
photos. No, you have to look at the videos at some point. If you scroll on each
We're
one,
shopping for
there's
sex
video.
toys, Paul. We're on a sex toy.
No. If you listen to his voice, he just sounds like the biggest piece of shit, but he's actually like really fucking funny because they're all a joke. They're all a joke.
That's funny as shit.
Basically, it was like, what the
Yeah, dude, like his latest one, His latest one, I was laughing so hard. It's like really dark outside. It's at night, and there's like a ball bouncing away, and he goes, "I'll get it," and he goes after the basketball, and then he finds like, "Oh, what's going on?" And there's a belt and a noose tied around a tree, and then oh, what's this? He's digging it out of the tree, and inside the tree, it's called the woodpecker. It's like literally like a log fleshlight that you can fuck.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I'm just like, who takes the time? Who's making those? He has to be making them.
No, he
Dude,
manufactures sex toys. Just makes them.
These ladies better catch up. I'm gonna be having some Woodussy instead of some that real shit.
Exactly. That robot failure ever fantasy. She can't. She cannot do it. No, that shit is gross, Paul, and I don't want you to bring it up anymore.
It is gross.
To be fair, you 100% bought it up at least.
The fact of the matter is, I know it's gross. It's just so fucking funny to me that he spends the time to make these themed fleshlights and do photo shoots with them, and then do a video.
Imagine that dude's talk with his wife.
Yeah.
Because like I'm working on my clothing brand, and like for anybody out there, like keep your relationship in tight when you're growing on anything. Because like I be pissing my baby mama off, and she doesn't deserve it when I'm working on this stuff, you know. But like imagine that dude's conversation, like stick with me, I promise it's gonna take off. I got Jake the dog from Adventure Time. People gonna want to fuck this thing.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's one where it actually finally shows his face in one of them, and he's driving through KFC, and they give him the bag, and as he grabs the bag, he like looks at the camera and smiles, and then he gets home and opens it up, and he's like, "Oh, look what we got here." Kentucky Fried Coochie, and it's like a KFC bucket fucking flashlight. Why did he fucking make that, dude?
To fuck it.
Fuck it.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, I mean, you got it right there. You might.
He's got all those fucking things in a glass display case with like lights in there and shit. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He's always like immaculate condition, extremely rare. These are so hard to find, you know. and he's just like
fucking make them.
Yeah, like he doesn't like yeah, like they just are out in the wild.
No, that's foul. It's cool, but like that's foul. Like,
it's not cool. It's just fucking. That's so like funny.
That's like on par to like the Goon Caves subreddit. Like that's bad. Like don't be going on that. You ever see that?
The what?
The Goon Cave subreddit. You ever seen that?
The Goon Cave? What the fuck is that?
Don't go look at that, bro. That subreddit. Paul, don't. Seriously, don't. It's a PKA. I found it from PKA. Generous. Don't do it, Paul. Don't, Paul. Seriously, don't. Not on the cast. Well, Paul's gonna look at the worst thing he's ever seen in his life. That's like on par with that. That's what
I'm about to click the view NSFW content. What
no, is it? Do not click view the NSF. Yeah, no, PKA talked about it, but that's like
I'm not gonna click on it because I think you're scaring me.
Yeah, I know that's
gross, dude.
It's just a bunch of guys. It's just a bunch of like porn all over the walls and stuff. That's what people do. It's gross. It's fucked up. But no, that's like Lazri putting all his on display. That's on par with that. That's dark.
Did you
guys
ever see that little Reddit post that was going around called the Coon Box? This dude like came in the box,
dude.
like, and then he set it on fire. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, dude. It looked
he was going hard.
It was
going
growing.
hard in the paint.
It was growing in his closet.
Yeah, growing. Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Anime titty mouse pad. One he just kept coming on and was like fucking
just
great.
Completely glazed. Like you'd punch it and it'd shatter like glass.
Ugh. That's it's disgusting. All right, let's get on a topic that's not disgusting, Paul.
Well, we went to bathrooms, to sex dolls, to fleshlights. Fucking.
What do you want to jump to now? I mean, fucking dude. This weekend it's gonna be pretty banging. I'm excited because I'm gonna get to see Kota. I don't even know where you're at right now, but Glenn's coming to town this weekend.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
I'm
tomorrow.
I'm only like an hour and a half northwest of you guys, so I can literally drive down there in a day.
Okay, it's not bad. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do, but yeah, I'm gonna see Glenn tomorrow. But then I'm going down to Minneapolis Pride Festival. I've never been down to that before, so that's gonna be fun. Me and my girl, we got a hotel, so it's gonna be sick.
I've been to the one in Duluth. That one kind of sucked because it got rained on. But then up here in Grand Rapids, we just threw our first ever Pride Face, popping, fucking one of the best. Like we have tall timber days and stuff, but like Pride, they fucking went off. Everybody out there went the fuck
Big
off,
party.
and it was probably the funnest thing I've done in Grand Rapids. And I told my girlfriend, I'm like, yo, like we're making like this is on our calendar every year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Pride's fun as fuck. You know, I'm not, you guys already know I'm not prejudiced against nobody. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I like having a good fucking time. I don't care.
Yeah, dude,
We
I
go to
was
party, and I went to the Joy Festival here in Park Point, and it was terrible. It was awful. I went in there, all I did was like go around. I'm like, this isn't really the vibe. I was smoking a blunt, and they're like, you can't be smoking a blunt out here. I'm like, fuck. No, I wasn't doing that.
and
But
and
say anything.
last year Pride weekend in Minneapolis, I was still living in Minneapolis, like, and like 3 blocks from my place, there's a few bars, but there's one called the Vegas Lounge, and me and my buddy Nick, that's the first time I brought him there because it reminds us of a Superior bar, but they have karaoke every night and really cheap drinks. And so we go there Pride night, and they weren't doing anything like super Pride related there. They just had open karaoke. We were just watching these rednecks do karaoke all plastered. But right kitty corner from that was Club Lush. So I don't know if you're looking for a club down there, but go to Club Lush, dude. And Nick and I went outside. We were like hitting his e-cig, and you could hear how loud the bass, and you could see the lights like from the club going off at Lush. And Nick just like hits his vape. He looks at me. He's like, I don't know much, but I do know one thing. The gays know how to party. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
dude,
bro,
it sounds like
yeah.
it lit over there. That's what I was telling him. I'm like, it sounds like a
I
good
would be
time.
curious to see
Funny
it.
story. Funny
See it.
story. On my birthday, my 22nd birthday, I've always wanted to go to stand-up comedy. So me and my girlfriend were down in Minneapolis for a hospital. Like you guys know, I had a kid, and she was high risk, and there was a lot of stuff going on. But we were down in Minneapolis for like just staying down there for doctor's appointments and stuff. And we found, I can't remember what it's called, but they throw open mic. So I'm like, fuck it, let's go stand-up comedy. Hell yeah. We get in there. I'm sitting there with my pregnant girlfriend downtown Minneapolis. And I'm just like watching people. I'm just being really I get so paranoid in big cities since I don't like living in big cities. But I'm walking in here and there's like all these dudes and they're
I
all
didn't
like
like it
looking
either.
at me. Like all these dudes are sitting there looking at me. I'm like, oh shit, like why the fuck is everyone looking at us? So we go down and then we're sitting watching the stand-up comedy and like the announcer, he was really cool ass dude. I'll look up what comedy club it is soon. Um and then the first performer came out, they're like, yeah, we have a rap hip hop artist, and then he came out and he was just like flamboyant, like floating on the stage with his music. And then I kind of like turned around and looked. I looked at a couple other people because after more singers came on, and then I went to the bar to get a drink and seeing this dude iron me down, and I'm like, this is a gay bar. I'm like,
Bags!
I'm like,
Whoa! All around
yeah.
me! He just started shooting up!
That's
Boy,
terrible.
that'd be so fucked up.
You
That's
immediately,
so fucked up.
it's immediately
That's
like
crazy.
it goes
He
like
did not
slow
do that.
mo. Like it's flashing in and out of like Vietnam flashbacks, like Charlie's in the trees and shit. They're fucking just horrible.
That's fucked up, Paul.
I'm surrounded. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, because I was sitting there and then it clicked. I'm like, that is why I'm getting checked out. I'm not getting stared down. I'm getting checked out. So I went back and I sat with my girlfriend. I'm like, she's like, do you care if I run off to the bathroom by myself? Like, are you going to be worried? I'm like, I think I'm the one you have to worry about. Well, this is a gay bar. Like,
Yeah, for real.
somebody might take me away from you, honey. Fuck.
She comes back out of the
Don't take a
bathroom and
picture
you're
of
on
gay
a
man.
fucking leash or some shit. Like,
I'm
what
like,
the fuck? Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, no, I'm so excited for I don't know if I'll go to a club. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'll go. I just not in the, I don't know, I'm not in the mood for clubbing right now, but I'm really excited to see a repent or go to hell sign. You guys are sinners. One of those guys, one of those religious guys. I'm gonna go take a picture with him. I think that's gonna be fun. We already planned on that. Do you think there's gonna be some of those guys? Holding up
I
signs,
didn't.
go to hell.
I
Sinner.
didn't see.
I didn't see those guys.
I I seen signs up at our Pride Fest saying don't interact with the protesters. Dude, they would have had to kick me the fuck out. Dude, I would have been started so much shit with those.
Well, Paul, there was religious protesters at Grade A, the Target Center. There was a
Don't they
bunch of
have
people
like?
that
Don't
photo
people
signs.
just have like better things to do?
We took pictures. Oh, I should have took a picture with that guy. Yeah, no, they do not. But that guy had like a repent or like go to hell sign or something like
You
that.
could be out making money right now. But, you
For
know,
real.
yeah, like
Like,
fucking go work.
Scientology. Yeah,
You're
it's
not
bad.
doing
I hope I'm not one of those
anything. They're not doing anything positive at all.
oh, here it
guys. I think I'm
is.
going to
It's called Laugh Camp Comedy Club. You know, it's a gay bar, and they work with the Minnesota theater, whatever group that's called that funds them so they can have their show. I had so much fucking fun. Like there's one dude that came up to spin off jokes, and this trigger warning, fuck fuck you. Uh, he was like, yeah. So we always talk about time travel if we'd go back to kill Hitler, but what if we failed and then we just left an intact time machine? They would have won that shit. I'm like, get
yeah.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Damn, bro, that's deep. That's deep shit. You'd be like, you got one shot. Kill him as a baby. That's what you gotta do. You're good to go. No, that sounds fun. I'd like to go to a gay comedy club. I didn't know such a thing existed. It's probably really shit comedy. Gay people aren't funny, except for me. I'm the only exception. I'm a whole fucking hilarious. But I am a lesbian. Lesbians are funny and women are funny. So I don't know how this works. This is bad. Somehow though, I'd go up and I'll go do up my stand up. They wouldn't like it though. They think it was terrible. But
It
no,
was,
Jax.
dude.
Oh, go
It
ahead.
was such like a laid back environment, and like when you get into that stuff, everybody just supports the fuck. Like more than half the people that were there were performers, and they're just gonna be like, yeah, everybody was scared their first time, just fucking get up there, you know.
yeah, I go to the Dubs, Irish pubs. I go to like their Friday nights, stand up. Those are fun, Paul. We should go to that sometime. They're pretty chill. You
Yeah.
will have to like interact with the comedian. It's fun. It's a little intimate in it. It's funny because it's so loud outside the bar when you're inside there. It's like so quiet. It's like it's so weird. It's like they deafened it so well in there. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
One thing before too far off about the Hitler thing. What if we went back and like talked to his art teacher and be like, dude, kids fucking got it.
Dude.
Like what would have happened then if he would have went through art school? Fucking
Hey,
True.
a lot of
That-
his paintings weren't terrible, but they weren't like
that's
Mona
what the fuck
Lisas.
I said.
But they weren't
He was
Mona
not bad at
Lisas.
painting.
The Mona Lisa isn't good either. You can't just tell me you look at the Mona Lisa and you're like, that's a fine painting. No, you're retarded.
I think you're right.
Doesn't-
The fact of the matter of the Mona Lisa is it was done at a time that nothing else was done like that, and I think that's why it was so big.
That why?
If you made the Mona Lisa today, it wouldn't be what it was. I think so. I think it's because
Is that
he
why
was
you think
able.
it's cool? Explain to me why you think it's impressive.
I don't.
Just kidding.
What's not impressive to me. It's just of that time. There's a reason why I gathered. It's like, oh my god, he was painting this at this time. Like that's crazy. Like how
A
detailed
picture
it
of a
was.
lady. He's like a picture of a lady and she isn't naked. This is terrible. That's all I would say. Right there. In
Hey,
that
don't
time,
fucking ask me. Ask the art curators. There's probably something I'm
You-
forgetting about it.
you-
Why it's so
Who
great.
painted that again?
Van Gogh. Did Van Gogh do the Mona Lisa?
No, Da Vinci.
Da Vinci did it. I always
Oh,
get him
Da
fucked up.
Vinci. He's the one that painted all the child porn. I forgot about that. Oh, I remember now. Oh, it was him. Okay. So yeah, he painted a lot of cool stuff. He did do that, by the way.
Oh,
Van Gogh.
Did it for Pope.
Van Gogh did
Van
Starry
Gogh.
Night.
Yeah, he was from the Netherlands, and he was known for like his like floral forms of painting and everything. And there's this anime that I'm like fucking obsessed with. It's called Samurai Champloo, and it's made by the same person that made Cowboy Bebop. Hands, I'll put that anime above any anime any fucking day. And they have this sick episode where this big Dutch dude, wearing like clocks and stuff, is walking around Edo in Japan, and then they're like, look, the taxation people are like looking for this immigrant that's coming in, and they just do this whole episode about how Van Gogh is like connected to Japan and all this stuff, and really cool to check out.
Yeah. I really liked the live action one season of Cowboy Bebop they got on Netflix, and it got canceled. But I'm like, damn, dude, I actually wanted more seasons of that.
I watched a little bit, but the live action that I was not disappointed at all was fucking Parasite the Great, because the anime goes fucking hard. Have you guys seen it?
I have not.
I've not.
It's about, so this alien parasite comes and then starts like infecting people, and their like heads split open like a Resident Evil character or whatever.
Yeah.
And this dude, while this parasite's going into his arm, he catches it, and then he like wraps like this really tight string and pulls so the parasite gets stopped. And then now his arm transforms, and like he has to go around and fight all these other parasites that are trying to kill him and stuff. But
Oh, I
I
think I've
the
seen that.
only the only thing they fucked up in the live action is when she stopped the parasite. It only stopped because, like, the woman who was getting, like, invaded or whatever you would call it, um, she was, like, heavy blood loss, so it got to her head, but because of heavy blood loss, like, the parasite had to use all of its resources to heal the body, and then now, like, half of her face, like, comes off, so it's just, like, this thing whipping out of this lady's head instead of the arm. It's dope ass anime.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I've been finding out animes. I watched literally my first. It's funny you mentioned anime. My first anime last night. We watched Howl's Move-In Castle. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. The English dub with Christian Bale. There's so many animes from that studio Ghibli that did like My Neighbor
Yeah.
Totoro and all that shit. Yeah. No, I was really impressed with that. She like fell asleep like 20 minutes into the film, but it was like 2 hours long. I just stayed up and I was like glued to it, and I never thought I would, but I really enjoyed it. It's a good film, and everything was
I
hand drawn's impressive.
Dude, I watched Spirited Away, which is one of my favorite movies to
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
sober in general. But me and my girlfriend, we took some mushrooms and we watched Spirited Away.
Ooh,
Oh my God. Is an amazing fight, amazing movie, especially when you're doing that too.
yeah. I think we're gonna watch that next. I haven't seen that. I've just seen like bits or like clips of it, but I'm excited to watch all the Ghibli film. Paul anime, maybe it's got me. I don't know because I watched the Scott Pilgrim, and then I'm like confirmed gay, retarded, and then I watched this, and now I'm like, whoa, trans.
Like, am
Paul's
I
just
a
getting at
weeb
it.
too? Like,
Yeah, am I a weeaboo? I'm not getting a sword, Paul. I might get a sword. Uh, don't look at me like that, you UFC cuck. All right, I want
Hey,
to
but hey, you know what? I
UF.
can't say much. I have a life size Keyblade in the corner you could kill somebody with, and fucking Kingdom Hearts is technically an anime, basically.
It is cool. I have a saw blade baseball bat from Fallout. That's not. That's not.
You if
Fallout's
you're
your
getting
favorite
into
anime?
it,
Yeah, good anime. Kingdom
you
Hearts.
gotta you gotta watch like all the OG shit, like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, like
Mhm.
before you get into like all the other stuff, because it'll make it like really easier to get
The
into
only
like
one,
this
the
weird anime.
the only one I watched a lot of, and there wasn't much of it, is when I was younger, was Afro Samurai because I played the game on Xbox 360.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was
Hell
a fun
yeah.
game. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely played that. I'm trying to like steer more towards, and this movie wasn't based in reality because the Howl's Moving Castle because it's weird. It's like magic and shit. But I want to find like an anime based more in reality. I don't know if you ever I think Midnight Drive is what it's called. It's an anime kind of like about like set in the. It's a '90s anime. That's what I like. It has a really cool
Hell yeah.
soundtrack. They have a soundtrack called like Overdrive Laserhawk, and if you heard it, you know what it was. But the anime is about like a cop, a detective, and like a kidnapping a girl, and it's like set in reality, set in like 70s Tokyo, and that's cool. That's sick. I like that type of shit. I don't know how I feel about the monsters and the fighting, but I'll definitely check it out. There's just so much content. I won't watch One Piece. It's too much. Won't do it.
There there's one more anime probably like really one of my favorites. It's called Do Ra Ra Ra, and it was on. It just go look up the Toonami playlist, and you're gonna get put
Mm.
on with like a lot of good ass anime. That Parasite and Samurai Champloo probably my top ones.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
We'll
know.
check those out. Since we're kind of on like movies and TV related stuff, I'll talk about two movies I watched this last week. So there's been kind of a reoccurring thing going on, Kota, where like I've been watching a lot of movies lately, new, old, ones I've already seen, just rewatching them after a long time, and I'll
Yeah,
just like talk about them quick, or TV shows too. I only got two movies this week, just because I got them both on Blu-ray. But I got Terminator 2 on Blu-ray 4K with my surround sound system on my 4K big TV. Still holds up, man. Terminator 2, I think, is still one of the best action movies of all time, dude. It's
Fucking-
it's so good, man. It's like the graphics hold up. It's so good. He's got it on
oh,
fucking
you got the
VHS, dude.
VHS too.
Yeah, dude.
That's sick.
That's a suck,
Uh,
dude. I watched a lot of like really old '80s and '90s movies because like when I was like out in ball club with my grandparents, my grandpa, poor as shit, would get drunk and then walk to the junkyard that was like 2 blocks away, and people like everybody knew my grandpa because he's the junkyard man. That dude literally just sits in his trailer all day, drinks, and watches movies. So
Really?
I watched all the original Disney movies on VHS. Watched Terminator, watched fucking Blade, watched a whole lot of VHS.
VHS fucking rule. I love them.
Hell yeah, dude. That's one thing I lack is I have these old CRTs. I need to find a nice VCR player and some VHS, like a big bundle of movies. I think it'd be fun to like, I don't know, watch one of those sometime.
Dude, talk to you can get my, you got my number and everything, dude. I'll send you to my grandpa. I shit you not, this dude probably gave away about like 10 boxes to my uncle that were like this big, that wide, just all VHS. All he
Oh,
does is
sweet.
watch movies.
Hell yeah, dude. The other movie I want to talk about, it's actually one of my favorite movies, even though it's kind of cheesy. I got The One on Blu-ray. Do you like Jet Li movies? Like the old
Yeah.
yeah, so I need to get Unleashed and Fearless, but I got The One. It was a 2001 movie with Jason Statham and Jet Li. Super good, dude. The whole soundtrack is like early 2000s, like it's like Disturbed, Papa Roach, like all these fucking like
Yeah.
grunge metal
Yeah.
bands. And I was like, damn, dude, this movie's sick, and it holds up pretty good.
Dude,
No, it
I I
doesn't.
wanted I wanted to be Bruce Lee when I was a kid.
Hell
I
yeah,
shit you
dude.
not. I wanted to be Bruce Lee so bad, and I would get like my haircut like him and everything, but those old like shitty like martial arts films and everything like have a
Yeah.
deep place in my heart. I was so into like I was really into ninjas. So then when I found Bruce Lee, like ninja stuff, and then Wu-Tang Clan, and it just all kind of like formed together. So that was my little personality when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Just
man.
hip hop and fucking martial arts movies.
Yeah, man. The thing about The One is like I haven't seen any other sci-fi movies like it with that premise where it's like it's time travel, but you're not traveling time. There's just different multiverses. And how that universe works is there is a version of you in each universe, but ends up doing a completely different thing. So like in one universe you could be in jail, but in another universe you're married and you have like a stable job and you're like a cop or something, right? So like that's why the premise of the movie is kind of ridiculous. Where like in The One, basically Jet Li's version of himself found out how to illegally time travel because in the future, like there's like a federation that controls traveling between the multiverses. He found out that if he goes and kills every version of himself in each universe, every time one version of him dies, the power gets divided among the rest of himself across the universes. So he goes to try to kill them all so he can be the one, and every time he kills one of them, he gets stronger, faster, smarter, and like more powerful. And so yeah, he gets to the last guy, the good guy, the good version of him in another universe. It ends up being a problem because you got to think he's killed all of them now except one, so the power is divided between both of them, so they're both equally as strong. It's kind of like an interesting premise.
Yeah.
About the premise, yeah.
Yeah, and then they totally, after rewatching it again, they totally set it up for a sequel that just never happened. I didn't really realize it. Like if you see the end of it, you'll be like, dude, they totally set this up for a sequel that just never happened.
The
Because I don't think the movie did
sequels
super well.
Some sequels that I am pissed off at Netflix they're not making is Russian Doll and Black Summer. Russian Doll, Natasha
Oh,
Lyonne.
they're not doing Black Summer anymore?
No,
Are you kidding
it
me?
ended. Yeah, it ended on season 2, and I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a season 3.
Dude, that show was like one of the best zombie shows I've ever seen.
Dude, you guys know how much I love horror movies. Zombie movies have a special place in my heart. Like, dude, I am fucking pumped for 28 years later. You can't
Yeah,
Oh,
watch
me too.
28
I
days.
just watched 28, yeah.
You can't watch 28 Days Later anywhere on the internet right now. You have to have a physical copy. So I want to go catch up for 28 years later
yeah.
because it's gonna go fucking crazy. But yeah,
I'm excited.
Black Summer, just with the narrative of everything about how they switch point of views and
It was
character. I've
so
never
good
seen it.
because yeah, there was no like telling of what was happening or what scene you're in or who you're following. It was just like boom, we're cutting to the or each episode was based off of just a different perspective of people. Some you never
Yeah.
revisited and some you did. You would follow throughout it. Ruby, have you ever seen Black Summer on Netflix?
No, I'm looking at it right now. It looks like shit.
It's actually really good.
No, I'll check it
It's
out.
way better than like Walking Dead or any of those other things,
No,
in my
it
opinion.
already looks better. No, I'm super excited for 28 years later because
Fuck
I just
yeah.
watched 28 Weeks the other day. That movie still is fucking rules. I love that film. No, that's excited. Fucking Smiling Friends that just finished airing. They just
Dude, fuck yeah.
the 11 episodes for the season. Yeah, I'm so sad it's over, but oh my god, Paul, if you haven't watched that, it's this season's better than the last one, in my opinion. It's really, really funny.
100%.
I haven't watched it yet.
I think they were just like testing stuff out with the first season. My favorite episode in this new, I would wake up Monday morning every day because I have it on HBO
Yeah.
and I don't watch it live. Wake up Monday morning, first thing I do is watch Smiling Friends. That episode where about like flat Earth and the aliens, that one
Oh,
had
it's
me
so
fucking
funny.
crying.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
was such
god.
a good episode. They get abducted by aliens and like do drugs and shit with them, and they're just fucking with them. No, that's hilarious. They had Master Shake from Octane Hunger Force play a snowman, and then Pim tells him what like life is, and he's like scared, so he's like screaming the whole time, and it's just so funny. It's like the funniest shit ever. Yeah,
I don't,
it's great.
I like the dude that wants to play Burnout Revenge 2 and drink
Yeah,
diet
oh, you
soda.
watch
That
it.
made me laugh so fucking hard, dude. That guy's just schizo.
You gotta watch that. Like he's a fucking cretin, dude.
What's that
episode,
dude's
yeah.
name?
I don't know his name. He's the landlord.
Landlord or
He goes by.
something.
Yeah, the
Oh,
landlord.
gotcha.
That's what he goes by. Mr. Landlord is what Alan calls him.
Yeah. You
A
wanna
lot of
smoke
great
weed
voice
to play
actors.
Burnout Revenge 2 and drink
Yeah,
diet soda.
yeah, on the
Yeah,
PS2, yeah.
Soda, and he runs away. He's fucking
That
cretin.
that alien episode, it all starts off. He's inviting Charlie to like this night watchers like group scene for aliens, and then they get there, and it's the normal weirdos like oh flat Earth and blah blah blah, and then at the end, when they're like coming back there after already getting abducted by aliens that they didn't think was real, they turn around and they see Earth and it's just flat as fuck, and they're like, this changes everything. What the what the fuck is
Like
what the
we can't
fuck?
say anything, bro. Like Jesus Christ, there's the glass dome. Like, bro, we gotta take a crazy. Charlie's it's fucking fucked up, dude. I don't know, Pim. It's a crazy world. Yeah, I'm so they are renewed for seasons 3 and 4, so we getting at least 2 more for sure.
That show goes so hard. I couldn't see them like falling off for like a long time. Like
Please keep it
I'd
going.
compare it like it's like an Adventure Time like cartoon where it's like, dude, you can watch 30 seasons of this and you're not gonna get bored of it.
No, for sure. And they're 11-minute bites. It's just like little quick things. Like you can just show it to anybody. Hey, you got 10 minutes. But here's the thing, though, that I found is like you either like it or you really don't. I don't know. I feel like people don't like. I feel like some people are turned off heavy by it because it is goofy animation. But if you just look at them as humans, which they are, because if like they
Yeah.
get stabbed in the head, they will die. So they're not like invincible or whatever. So like it makes it a little more real. And they're just having normal conversations. Like there's one where they get stuck in Brazil because they didn't get a hotel. And the whole episode is them arguing in the airplane terminal about who was supposed to book the hotel. And it's super funny. It's really great. It's awkward.
For some reason, anytime I think of Smiling Friends, I immediately think of that show. What was it called? Uncle Grandpa. And when it got canceled, the creator of the show posted a sketch of Uncle Grandpa. All he posted on Twitter when it got canceled was the Uncle Grandpa character putting a pistol in his mouth. And for some reason, that animation or that fucking sketch always pops up in my mind when we talk about Smiling Friends.
It's dark. Yeah, he did that. He actually did that.
He actually did
Like,
that
it's
shit.
real.
Did you guys see the Gumball Watterson and Dream thing?
No.
No.
There's a famous Minecraft YouTuber, Dream, and then the dude who plays Gumball Watterson, they're just riding around from the club, and then Gumball is fucking just going in on this dude, being like, "Fuck you, you're broke, like you're a bitch, like you can go," just going off on him. And then Dream started, he tried to like get community support, and everybody's like, "Nah, we're with Gumball on this one. You
Was
can go
was
fuck
he doing
yourself."
it in the Gumball voice?
He sound that's
He
like
just
how
sound-
that
that's just how he
pretty
sounds.
much
That's literally how he
sounds.
sounds. Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
sound like the
Check out
you like
that.
that meat. Jackson hates that Meat Canyon one of the Gumball dude.
That's
You see that?
Ban that.
I've watched a lot of Meat
fucked up.
Canyon.
Dude, he did one of the regular show. Gumball Watterson, is he from the regular show? Is that guy I'm thinking of?
Amazing World of Gumball.
Oh
No,
shit. Okay, I got it mixed up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking of someone. I was gonna say I didn't do that. No, I don't want to talk. Don't even talk about it because it's gross and it's borderline. And see, you're already back to disgusting things. More disgusting things. Paul wants to talk about fleshlights and make people suck their gum. No, we're not doing Meat Canyon. Not today. No Meat Canyon today. Tomorrow, next cast, you can talk about Meat Canyon.
Hey, we're up over an hour. Can I talk about my UFC predictions for this weekend's pay-per-view really quick?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, so if you guys want to follow, if you just type UFC in Google, it will come up with UFC 303 and the fights on the main card right off the bat. So we're gonna start off with MVP Michael Venom Page versus Ian Machado Gary. Ian Gary's undefeated. Michael Venom Page is 22-2. He's older. He's only had one fight in the UFC. He beat Kevin Holland via decision. I think Michael Venom Page is going to give Ian Gary problems on the feet, whereas I don't think Ian's going to be able to find his range and timing. I just don't think he's going to be able to. They're both counter strikers in a way, and I just don't think MVP is going to be able to, or Ian Gary's going to be able to find his range on MVP. He's just too loose and too in and out. Really good striker. Women's bantamweight fight. I don't care about this one. I'm gonna be real with you. It's Myra Bueno Silva versus Macy Chiasson. I want Macy Chiasson to win because I think Myra Silva is fucking annoying. Then at light heavyweight, you have an interesting one. Anthony Lionheart Smith versus Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze is a middleweight. So a little bit of backstory on this fight here. This fight was canceled 4 times. Like, this fight has been reworked for this card 4 times. It was originally supposed to be Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree. Okay? Khalil Roundtree gets popped for steroids. So he's out. So then it was supposed to be Jamal Hill versus Carlos Ulberg. And then Jamal Hill dropped out. And then it was supposed to be Anthony Smith versus Carlos Ulberg. And then Carlos Ulberg got injured. So now it's fucking Anthony Smith versus a middleweight that's going up to light heavyweight on short notice. Super fucking weird fight. Like 2 different weight classes people that are just like meeting up at light heavyweight. So that's going to be kind of weird, right? And let's not forget, we were supposed to get Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler this weekend.
Yeah.
That got fucking canceled because Conor got injured.
Paul, what happened to that? What happened to that? Conor got injured, right? Yeah, he's standing in his bedroom like, shit, I don't want to do this fight.
No, did you see his injury? Did you see the injury?
Little coward. I don't know. I didn't.
He literally snapped his pinky toe the other way. His entire like front of his foot is purple.
Anyway,
a lot of guys do fight with broken toes or fingers, like they just don't tell the doc. It happens a lot. But people are like, oh, McGregor's a pussy. So many people have fought with broken toes and shit. It's like, I get it, but you're talking about Conor McGregor here. He wants to be in peak. Did not look good in his last few fights those many years ago. He needs to be in peak condition, and I think he's smart for pushing the fight off due to a broken toe. Especially, he's a guy that kicks a lot too. He's not just a striker, so.
Is Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson still happening?
That got canceled, and it said it's supposed to be rescheduled for the fall because Mike Tyson had a medical condition, and that's why I'm like, dude, that shouldn't even be happening. Mike Tyson's like fucking 60, dude. Like, come on.
I will put anybody who wants to put 1,000 on Jake Paul. I will put $1,000 on fucking Mike Tyson.
No, I would bet on Mike too.
Still, dude, you gonna tell me the boxer, like, even though he's 60, that dude will walk up to you, eat a half ounce of mushrooms, hit a fucking D&T pen, and just be fucking going ham still. Like,
yeah,
dude, if he goes against Jake, you know he's gonna be on something, and he's gonna be a primal fucking animal. Like,
yeah.
it wouldn't be fair to Jake to even step in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that'll be interesting if it happens. Jake Paul, I think, is fighting Mike Perry now. You remember Mike Perry, Ruby, from BKFC? The
Mike
dog?
Perry's fuck him up.
I think Mike Perry might really hurt Jake Paul, dude. He's a dog.
Mike, you shouldn't. No. Mike Perry's scary.
Dude, he missed out. I get like his nickname is Platinum Mike Perry, but he missed out on a scary Mike Perry because that's just such a funny fucking name.
He's not doing bare knuckle, obviously. He's doing gloves, right?
Yeah, this is going to be boxing, but he's still signed with BKFC and he's still the champion over there.
Yeah. He's gonna do okay, and he's gonna do good. But like, if it was bare knuckle, he would fuck Jake up.
Oh, if it was bare knuckle, Jake is getting knocked out, dude.
Jake would get so fucked up, dude. But yeah,
Perry's got that dog in him. Anyways, I'll wrap up UFC 303 here. So we got the co-main event. Brian P. City Ortega versus Diego Lopez, dude. Brian Ortega always puts on a fun fight, super good grappler, decent boxing. And then you got this Diego Lopez guy. Me and my buddy call him Turok because he looks like the character from Turok that you play in those old games, the dinosaur hunter games. He's really good prospect, dude. He joined the UFC only 2 years ago. his first fight was a loss, but he brought a guy to decision that was undefeated that no one has ever put him in danger before, and he did. And then every fight after that, he knocked out or submitted each person since. So they're already giving him Brian Ortega, going to be a super good barn burner of a featherweight. And last, the main event, which was supposed to be McGregor versus Chandler. We got a light heavyweight title fight. Alex Pereira defending his belt against Yuri Prohaska. They already fought before last year, and Alex TKO'd Yuri. So it'll be interesting to see if Yuri can take the belt back or not. That's going to be an interesting one, especially big boys, light heavyweights, dude. Someone's going to fucking sleep. So
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. Am I here or did I cut out? Am I still
you
here?
cut out for a sec, but you're good. But other than that, there's a lot of good prelims too, and I'm looking forward to the main card.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be cool. I would come over. I kind of wanted to watch some UFC fights. I'm in the mood for some people getting knocked out, but next time for sure.
No,
No,
next
it's
dude.
watch
Every
live.
weekend, almost every weekend, they have an event. Even if it's not a pay per view, it's fight nights. And not gonna lie, man. Sometimes I'll be bummed because like no one's in Discord or I'm just watching it by myself and it's just a fight night. There's no pay per view, and I'm like, fuck, I should have invited people over for this. This is insane. Like I've had fight nights where like every fight ends in a finish, like submission or knockout. It's insane. It's like, what's going on right now?
You're like, oh, guys,
Yeah. I have my arms around fake birds. Whoa,
I can see that.
Yeah,
You're just
dude.
so sad. You're
Yeah.
alone. You're like,
It's
I'm
all
alone.
dark in there. I'm listening to it on my surround sound, completely immersed in my TV, and I'm just like,
Fucking-
oh.
Your cat and Dexter's look at each other like shaking.
Yeah, they're shaking their head. They're fucking disappointed.
Yeah, they're so sad. That's funny.
Well, anyways, we're over an hour. Do any other topics anybody wanted to cover before we wrap up the show?
No, we could wrap up the show unless Kota wanted to jump off with anything, but I think we've covered quite a bit. I think we had a fun show.
I think it was a good
Yeah.
show. I barely had to look at the topic list. It just was all going well.
It
So
was fun. A lot of sex
We'll
talk.
just
Like, we
have to do another one.
Yes,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, like,
yeah, come on,
I'll just leave
again.
her off real quick. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I'm gonna pass it off to Paul, but I really appreciate you coming on, Kota. And as well, you could be Kota right now. You could come on. The best way to get a hold of us is Instagram DM. Get on Gutterball. We had a great talk. Kota will be on sooner rather than later. Last time we saw him was 8 months. We're gonna see him again in a month, 2 months, something like that.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
shorter, who knows? But yeah, we're not gonna wait that long. So appreciate it. I'll let Paul take it from here.
Well,
Thanks.
I'll take it, but first I want to point it to Kota. Kota, thank you so much for coming on again, man. We love having you. It's always a good conversation with you here. I love to see you strive, grow. I like to see that your business is growing and that you're doing good. And you know, even though we all have ups and downs in our lives, you're remaining positive, and you know that's an inspiration because some people just really let it, eat them away. And it seems like you're doing the best you can. So like, good for you, man. I'm really happy for you. And anything you wanted to pimp. Other than we're gonna put all of Kota's contact info, his clothing business, everything in the description below. You might see updates in a few weeks to that if we get his website stuff and info, all like that. But Kota, I'll let you take it quick before I sign us off here. Is there anything you wanted to pimp? Anything you want to say?
I got a few things.
Yeah, go for it.
So coming out like just to have the Snapchat, Instagram, my Snapchat right now to contact me directly, and I'll send you videos of me making orders and stuff, is DCC Wahoo, like Chief Wahoo. I got him on my neck. The Instagram, Facebook, just look up Dreamcatcher Cartel, some close to that, and then gonna have the Shopify account up right now. Plans that I got coming up, Ball Club Powwow. I'm pretty sure it's July 12th. It's my home. I'm from Ball Club, Leech Lake Reservation. Gonna go out there just slaying hoodies, dog, and actually have a stand this time. I walked around one time with a box full of shirts. All my cousins out there started, come over here, and I sold all my shirts out. I'm getting back up with Midwest Creatives, Jay Blaine, and Minnesota Motor, and all them over into the booth. Still the guys. I love them. The really really good people to do business with if you're into music and stuff. And I have my custom brand. My custom business where you can get shit. This is a Champion hoodie that I got a bunch of blanks for. Press my stuff on. You can come get the exact same stuff that I'm doing. I show you all the price range. I can work with people on budgets. I only charge about half of my labor for your first order.
Nice.
Other plans, getting connected with KP Skizzo and DJ Cam Jones that are both out of Minnesota. KP, rapper, pretty sure he moved from, I want to say like somewhere down south to Cloquet and Duluth, and started fucking with native people out there and just heavy, and then went down to Minneapolis doing open mics, and now we've been talking. It's been years. We were supposed to meet in person at a Luke Hell concert in Red Lake at their powwow, the same venue that does like Kevin Gates and like Montana 300 out
Yeah.
there. And it's funny to see Kevin Gates in Montana out in fucking Red Lake, Minnesota, but like they be out there.
Yeah.
Um,
It is cool.
but yeah, just planning on making a collection on his website. He makes cool ass music, you know. There's a lot of people be like, "Yo, my friend be rapping," and then they're just like trash, you
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah. Yeah.
my favorite song, "Shining" by KP Skizzo, that's from 3 years ago, still goes hard. You know, he's a really cool person to talk to if you ever
Yeah.
want to do business with music as well. DJ Cam Jones just runs around Minnesota, really connected at DJing at a lot of venues. He's a cool ass person to talk to as well. Um, I'm reselling sneakers, I'm reselling designer, even apart from my clothing brands, I'm investing and, just try to get people hooked up with dope shit. I had no good clothes when I was in elementary school, middle school. I didn't start wearing like I still look nice, but I didn't start wearing nicer shit until high school. I didn't get my first pair of Air Force Ones till I was 17, and had my own job. But like what I got on my feet, like right now, like this is a Babe Coach collaboration. Like got the box. I'm keeping these because these are my babies. But like I got a right now in the trunk of my car, I got a bunch of like Nike shoe rugs. I got a bunch of sports memorabilia, sneakers, all that stuff. And like everybody knows that when I do business and stuff, I really plug on pricing. So come talk to me.
Sweet. Well, thanks so much, Kota. We appreciate that. And again, everybody, all that stuff you just mentioned will be in the description below. I don't really have much to say other than whatever Ruby said. Like, subscribe, comment, all that shit. That was yeah. Gutterball 106. Have a great weekend. Whoa ho ho.